Okay, let me share some instructions just for a reminder.
All
Please
right.
listen rules carefully, and there will be two segments of AMA. First one is introductory questions, and the second one is live community question segment.
Okay.
And please listen AMA rules again. Must join Telegram group of all AMA projects and follow them on Twitter year before investing in any project. And these rules for community. Are you ready, Mr. Frank?
Heck yeah.
So here is the first question from my side. Please take a start with your introduction, experience, and your character in Aperion, and also tell us about your team.
Okay. Well, by character, I think you mean by my position in the company, right? Well, yeah. Okay, I'll just jump to my deck. A little lazy here. So I'll give a quick intro on the three co-founders, me being one of them. So hi, my name is Frank, and I am the co-founder and lore keeper for a company, Funimegas, and we try to avoid the CEO, CTO, COO thing because we try to keep a more flatter management scale. But anyway, let me give you a quick intro about myself. So I actually graduated in the States, in Wisconsin, Madison, and then I went to work in Goldman for a while before I got into McKinsey in Chicago. And so management consulting for 2 years. And but I went back to Hong Kong in 2009, and I worked in a private equity company that was rather active in southern China in 2009. We were one of the first private equity funds to be licensed by the Chinese government. So I pretty much saw the boom of tech and private equity funds in China since 2009 and all the way to 2015. That's 6 years. And then I decided to leave the lucrative buy-side business and enter the entrepreneurial business to start my own gaming company, that is. So yes, if you want to take a look at our company, and our stance is that I'm actually not here about money. I just want to create great and epic games, which is a big part of my life. If you compare my normal resume with my game library and game accomplishments, my game library and accomplishments actually dwarfs that. My normal resume, I was a freaking warlord in World of Warcraft. I was the first gladiator pharaoh druid, and then I also got into LM and CSS. I was even top 50 in the Red Alert and StarCraft 1. But yes, I'm digressing. That's a long topic. But yes, I'm actually rather new to the game industry. I've only been here for 6 years. I leave the technical operations in a much more capable hands, in the hands of my co-founders, namely Orange here. Orange is actually more our COO, but yes, he's our lore master. He's in the game industry since high school. That's over 16 years. And yeah, he has his own gaming company that's published over 40 titles over 16 years across all mediums. His company is actually very much a part of our company right now. And yes, they've done it all. They've been in console games, arcade games, mobile games, Facebook games, and even VR games. So yes, they are a fully experienced team of individuals. And he is also himself a member of the Digital Association in Hong Kong. He actually sits on the boards and panels that approve government funding for esports teams and local game development companies. And yes, that's how we source our in-house talents, and that's also how we met Jem, our third co-founder. Jem here is actually he founded his own gaming company many years ago, whom at its height employed over 200 employees and published over 100 titles. And he moved into the crypto scene in 2018 and helped engineer the launch of the Measurable Data Token. Now, the Measurable Data Token was launched in 2018, so that's the crypto winter. They weathered through the crypto winter, and to this day, the MDC sits at around 50 million market cap, give or take. So yes, his team with both game development and blockchain integration experiences and launching experiences is on our side. And yeah, cool. Well, okay, so on to some other core members. Felix, Shadow, and Chris. These are our three main art team gurus. Felix is responsible for the concept and design of all the art you see in Aperion. Shadow is the 3D generalist. He's awesome at turning things into 3D and the 3D lighting and all that. And Chris is the greatest technical artist I've ever seen, and also most hardworking worker I've ever seen. And if you've seen our trailer, if you're not, I'm going to have to force you to watch it with me later. You'll see that the quality speaks for itself. Also, a quick notable mention to Ben. He's our writer. And if you've seen our white paper, our Medium articles, or our first franchises stories, this is the guy behind it all. He's a freaking PhD. He has a freaking PhD in game studies. And he is actually a summa cum laude from UPenn. That's pretty impressive by my accounts. Our company in the beginning had around 15 employees in 2016. 5 of them have been working on, including myself, have been working on Aperion ever since. To this day, our company has around 40 people and increasing. 20 of them was working on Aperion, and the other 20 is working on our first franchise, Greenwald. And yes, besides me, almost every single one of my employees are actually a lot more experienced than me. The founding core team of 15 has over 10 years of experience, each of them individually, and I'm the least qualified person here in the game development industry, sad to admit that. But I'm learning, and yes, hopefully I'll learn more with the projects and all. Let's see, does that cover up the first question of the team? Hopefully, yes, maybe. Let's move on.
Okay, good to know about you and your strong team. So here is the second question from my side.
Yeah.
Could you list some of your most advanced features that we have not seen on the market before? And what kind of additional input does your project have to already existing solution on the market?
I'll just go through half my deck here, because if you ask what's new about Aperion, then that's 70% of what we're doing right now. So just to give you a quick view, Aperion is a play-to-earn god game. What's a god game? God games are actually one of my favorite genres out there. It's a subgenre of strategy back in the days, but it evolved into its own genre, in my opinion, because it's a merge of artificial life, strategy, simulation, and even some action battle for some of it. And my favorite game has always been Black and White. And it's always my dream to recreate Black and White using modern technology, because God games sort of died down over the years. I think the main reason is because God games are really, really hard to make. And yeah, so not many studios out there would love to tackle this problem. But anyway, it's my dream to do that. So since 2016, with a small team of 5, we've been working on Aperion. Originally, it was actually meant for the mobile market, but with the size and scope and complexity of Aperion, that never really sat well with me. And that was until the play-to-earn movement last year, and the token-driven model introduced by Axie Infinity that, by Axie Infinity that, we found a great fit for God games, epic games in general, to move themselves into the blockchain and show themselves to the communities. So we took extensive research in the Axie Infinity model, so extensive that we actually own 2% of all daily breeds last September and October. But yes, we identified some problems with the token-driven model, their token-driven model, namely the utility of their tokens, the lack of alliance and social gameplays, and the growing disparity between the givers and takers of their economies. Now, I believe Skype knows these problems. That's why they launched the K project, the late game land and alliance gameplay. They're also upgrading the system with Origins, and they also have the Ronin chain. So that's a lot for the community and us to learn about. But in general, we will approach their problems from another angle, which I will explain later in this presentation. So yes, back to the game itself. Aperion is a God game. In God games, you actually play God. And when you create your profile in our game, we will give you a free PFP NFT. And that's this little spirit here we call the Spirit Core. The Spirit Cores will actually interact with your world, with your people, and it can be casting miracles and interacting all the time. We will be doing unique collectible profile picture NFTs, and we will also be doing collaboration attempts with other partners and NFT artists introduced by early partners such as Zombie Club. But more on that later. Back to the gameplay itself. One of my favorite things in Black and White and in all the epic games such as Mass Effect, Dragon Age, Witcher, is that they all feature an alignment system. And the alignment systems, these games offer you the choice, the in-game choices and actions that revolve around the idea of good and evil. Love it. And so I'm going to introduce that to Aperion. And yes, these dudes over there, it's called dudes, okay? It's, yeah. It's these yellow chubby creatures. They will be your people. And yes, you have the chance to treat them nice or evil. They'll be your worshippers. If you treat them nice all the time, answer their prayers, your planet will actually look more heavenly and rainbows and ponies and everything. But if you treat them evil, you can slap them around or throw fireballs at them. Your planet and your avatar will actually gradually become more hellish and spiky. Now, we love this alignment concept so much that we're actually modeling our Discord after the idea of good and evil. Our Discord quest bot, which is coming up very soon, actually will feature mini quests, daily quests for our community members to participate. Again, they will be given a question or situation with which they can answer with a reaction of good or evil intent. And this could level up their the alignment roles in our Discords to unlock more fun gameplay. So come in and join the fun sometime. Okay. On to our main NFTs. Well, our main NFTs are planets. In order to start Aperion the game, you have to at least own one planet. One planet NFT actually entails of two things: the planet itself, where the simulation gameplay takes place, and a creature to describe, which we call the avatar. Is where the battle part of the gameplay takes place. I'm sorry, host, but I'm not nearly halfway there. So please hang on with me because it's actually a rather giant project here. And so yes, I'll try and speed up. The simulation part of Aperion is where the game part takes place. The players will be interacting with the planets using the four basic elements: fire, earth, air, and water. You could actually use water to cast rain on the planet, to grow trees and fruits to provide for your dudes. And you can use air to blow things around to change the organic landscapes. You can use fire to burn and destroy things. And you can use earth, which is a concept from dust. It's to pressurized matter into sand, rocks, and lava. By using these four elements, you can shape your world and grow your world and civilizations and gain more power in the progress. Now, as you gain power, as your planet grows, so will your creature that comes with your planet. This creature, the avatar, is the battle part of our gameplay. And our battle is actually a unique blend between card-based battles, real-time strategy, and action. This merge is actually something uniquely new, not just to the blockchain, but to the entire gaming industry. Our gameplay trailer is actually out, yesterday without music because of COVID. Yes, the full music version will be out next week, and I would love to show you guys, give you guys a sneak peek later as well. The third game mechanic, which is very new to the blockchain and play-to-earn concept, is the idea of resets. We're referencing this from tap-tap games and roguelike dungeon cycles, with which players can actually reset their playable NFTs and earn play-to-earn tokens. Now, this brings light to our third type of NFTs called relics. When you reset your planet, normally you lose all your progress, but if you want to save your progress, and your progress being that special volcano you built, or the waterfall you grew, or the giant pyramids that your dudes built for you, these can all actually be saved by using our governance tokens to actually mint them into NFTs. These NFTs are, which I call NFTs of NFTs, because they are actually installed onto your planet NFT, and to jumpstart your next cycle, or you can sell them on the marketplace as well. The fourth and final game mechanic, hang on there, is the idea of celestial conjunction, and yes, that's actually planet breeding. You can actually breed planets in Aperion, just like you breed pets in Chombi and Xe. The unique twist we introduce here is the idea of elemental purification. So you see, the 4 planets, well, all the planets are made up of the 4 basic elements: fire, air, earth, and water. Now, this distribution can actually be purified via our breeding mechanisms, and through intense selection and care, you can actually breed the 4 elements down to one single purified element. In this chart here, it's shown that the ultimate fire planet, if you manage to breed an ultimate fire planet, you will actually be able to unlock the most powerful simulation miracles and also the most powerful combat capabilities for your avatar. It's going to be a very long and arduous process, but if you do manage to breed one such primal planet, oh boy, it will be extremely rewarding at the end as well. So finally, on to some final game modes that players will actually play in Aperion. We got the standard Galactic Arena, where players fight against each other to compete and win governance tokens. To the right, we got the procedurally generated PvE content, where players will fight against enemies in our dungeons, designed by our super sadistic game level designers. And they will be competing on the leaderboards to try and earn the pet NFTs, the apostles that will accompany your avatar in battle. And yes, this all will be wrapped around our game map, our Gothiverse, which is actually a living universe made up of multiple galaxies. The galaxies themselves are mythology galaxies. They're all centered around creation myths from different cultures around the world. These are heavy guild content areas where we will feature guild content such as world bosses and dungeon raids. And there'll be also giant epic guild v guild battlegrounds, and also seasonal esports events, which I will go into more detail later. And so on to our final NFTs, that's the star NFTs. So in Aperion, you can actually buy a star, just like you can buy a plot of land in Sandbox or Axie. So a star, or pretty much a sun in Aperion, can be orbited by your player planets. The player planets will earn powerful passive bonuses as the star owners earn rent. The stars themselves will join together to form constellations. The constellations will form the galaxies, and the galaxies will form the universe map. Now, what we're doing with some of our early gaming guild partners here is that they're going to buy a constellation in Aperion, shaped uniquely in their guild badge, and we're going to place them in the mythology galaxy that represents their local cultural representation. We already have one in the Southeast Asian galaxy, and we also have one in the Latin America galaxy, and we're talking more later. Yes. Metaverse, I'll cover later. The Triad token, I'll also cover later. I'll give you guys a brief. And yes, let's move on to the next question before that.
Okay, so here is the next question. Blockchain games tied to NFT plus metaverse have become trending in the cryptocurrency space today, as they have survived and grown exponentially in the face of the market downturn with profitable models for users. So how profitable and fun Aperion with your NFTs?
Well, yes, this one actually is getting me a little nervous, so I may be reading here. Well, I do think profitability is ultimately tied to the community size, engagement, staking yields, and the natural spread of rarities among the NFTs. But it actually all revolves around one fundamental core. And the fundamental core of all games, blockchain or not, is actually the core game mechanisms. A great game designer once told me that for a game to be successful, a game's core mechanism must at least achieve 2 of 3 elements. These 3 elements being fun, new, or profitability. Now, most of you may think that fun and interesting may entail profitability, but that's actually not the case. There are many blockchain games out there that's highly profitable, but they may not be fun or new. Well, there's actually existing many games out there that's fun and new and interesting, but they're not profitable, especially the really epic ones. So for the ones who can actually manage to tackle all 3, now those are the epic franchises that last. What we're trying to achieve with Aperion is, on the fun part, well, good God games have been proven to be fun and extremely engaging core game mechanisms. Well, the new part is actually, well, I don't think anyone knows much about God games nowadays. And to this day, this genre is pretty much non-existent on the blockchain and in the real-world gaming industry. So that's definitely something new. As for profitability, well, I'll be answering that later. But I think the play-to-earn economy and the play-to-earn movement have shown the world much about profitability, about games. So yes, for Aperion, we'll be tackling all these three elements with our game. And yes, hopefully that answers that question in some way. Oops, I bored the host and surprised her with my short answer.
Okay. So here is the fourth question. A common problem is that nowadays most investors are only interested in initial profits and ignore long-term profits. So can you give them some reason why they should buy and hold your tokens for the long term? And if you had to sum up your project in one word, what would it be and why?
I'll jump to the tokenomics a little bit. So, I think our tokenomics is pretty standard. But as to why they should hold our tokens, well, actually, I'm not going to lie to you, but I'm going to actually fight the markets and to keep our private token price low. That's because I want the yield to be high. Explain some of that here. Well, you see, if you look at our tokenomic distribution, we actually have 26% in yield. Well, that's both yield and treasury, but that is exactly because we're trying to introduce something new here. Okay. We have a tri-token system, which I am not sure if I should be showing you right here. I'll show it to you later. But oh my god, my maid is here. Let me quickly jump and open the door for her. Oops, sorry, I'm at home actually. Yes, for the yield. What we're trying to do, I'm not at liberty to disclose too much because this is actually one of our secret weapons. But yes, we're trying to do some extremely fun and new liquidity pool staking mechanics here to really try to go for how do you say it, an algo-based stable coin trading concept here, which will provide a very high yield for our token holders. And couple that with our tri-token economy, I do hope that entails the 26% yield. Sorry, I have to ask some of my people to leave the room first. Yeah. Okay. Back on the question. Sorry, long-term profits. Okay, well, back to the long-term part. And this is summing up. Okay, one word. I think that would actually be dedication. Well, dedication as in we've actually been in development for 6 years now. And if you look at our team unlock period, that's actually sitting at over 18 months. That's actually 6.666 years. We're going to be in this project for a total of 12 to 13 years. So yes, we're not trying to build a game that's going to last just 6 to 12 months here. We're trying to build a game that's going to last 3 to 5 years here. We have enough content revolving around the mythology galaxies to last for a long time, with new gameplay and new features each time, much like the new continent in World of Warcraft. And also, we're actually trying to go for the franchising elements to extend the longevity of our products and our franchise, which I can show you quickly in our model down there. That's Rainbow is our first game, and we do a lot of franchising materials around them. With toys, with stories, with comics, and we're looking into mini Netflix series. But yes, we're also going to do that for Aperion. For when people ask me how we're going to drive adoption and all that, well, we do offer technical solutions in the beginning, such as in-house wallets and reward payment gateways, but we are not going to look further in terms of tech solutions. What we're going to invest our capital in and our resources in is actually in storytelling. And yes, that means we'll be and franchising. Sorry, that means we'll have we'll be publishing toys, giant plush dolls, and we'll also be doing animation shorts revolving around different cultural creationness to couple with our game content releases. And that's because we believe in storytelling very much. I think many great franchises have proven to be great adoption tools. If you look at Star Wars, Game of Thrones, Marvel, and even the small ones such as Dragon Ball, One Punch Man, and Demon Slayer, they've all been proven to be powerful forces that drive users and fans across different mediums. And that's what we are really trying to go for here. And yes, I sure hope this answers that part. And let's keep on moving. Sorry for being a bit nervous there. Have I lost you? Hi? Ramesh? Ramsha?
Hello.
Yes. You want to ask the next question?
Okay, so here's the last question from my side.
Okay.
Could you briefly describe the milestones Aperion has achieved and about your upcoming plans? What are the
Sure.
vision and goals that you want to achieve in 2022 and beyond?
Okay. Well, the franchising part was the beyond part, but I'll talk about our roadmap here. So, production began in 2016. Food production began last year, actually. And for this year, in January, we just closed our pre-seed round, which is pretty much our friends and family round. And yes, in February, we're going for crazy marketing campaigns and to really boost our community members and engagement. In March, we will be, that's all in preparation for March, which is our first Planet pre-sales. It will be followed closely in April by our IDO of the governance tokens, so the nothing between IDO or a centralized exchange. But yes, that will be the second week of April. And that will be followed in May by breeding and staking mechanisms to give utility to both the planets and the governance tokens. Star sales land sales will be followed in June. The close beta for all the guild members and our community members will be in July. And ultimately, the game launch is set to be on October. Yes, this is our roadmap right now, and we should be on schedule after all. We have been preparing for quite some time now. And yes, the beyond part will be the franchise part, which I was covering before. So yes, I think we can move on to the community question rounds.
Okay, felt interesting to know about you, your future plans, and hope so all goals will achieve on time.
Hopefully.
So here
Okay.
is the end of our first segment, and now it's time for live community question segment session. So are you ready for that segment? Hello?
Very nervous about it, but yes, sure.
I said here is the end of our first segment, and now it's time for second segment, which is live question.
Yes, I'm ready for it. That's cool.
Okay. So I will allow 5 members.
Where am I seeing this?
Zoologist, please unmute yourself and ask a question, please.
Hello, sir.
Yes, hi.
Hope so you are fine and doing well.
Cool, thanks.
I have,
Not that well.
okay, I have a question to you. Can I ask my question?
Yes, of course.
Okay, my question is to you. Many games have problem with their economics as they are not sustainable over time. So can you explain how you plan to keep your economy balanced unlike other blockchain games and NFTs that have failed to be sustainable over time for the reason? Can you explain what is your sustainable over time and your economy is balanced with the passage of time?
Okay. Yes, I actually left part of my presentation out for that, but I guess we can go back. Okay, so on to actually our tri-token model, which I should have explained sooner, but yes, let's cover that. So, we're a play-to-earn game that believes in the token-driven model introduced by Axie. So we do have the two basic tokens. That's the our governance tokens that's akin to AXS. We also have our Anima, the play-to-earn token that's similar to SLP. But we're introducing a third token into our equation, and that's Regularity. Regularity is sort of like a team-to-earn a premium, team-to-earn token that's involved with all the late-game alliance content that's going to come into play. Now, the real problem, as you asked, for many play-to-earn developers and dev projects and projects, all that in general, is that there's a deflationary nature to all tokens. And so how do we deal with that deflationary nature? Well, in Aperion, I would like to say I am trying a three-pronged approach, if there's such a word, to solve the deflationary problems of the play-to-earn economy. The first one is pretty standard. A lot of game developers are doing it, and that's by introducing unique and single token burning sinks into their game mechanics. So, as you see in Aperion, we have the standard planet breeding that utilizes both tokens, multiple tokens, sorry. But we're also introducing relic creation and planet aging, which will utilize single specific tokens and NFTs to give us greater control over the economy and its liquidity, so we can control the prices better. But this is only one part of the solution because that's what these developers are already doing. The second part of the solution is actually, the second part of the solution, which I really am not at liberty to tell, and I mentioned a little earlier, is that we are trying to go for an interesting new liquidity pool staking mechanism here to really try to stabilize our token price. But honestly, I can't reveal more because this is sort of our biggest secret weapons out there to not revolutionize, but to really introduce something new to play-to-earn economy. So I'll have to keep that under a hush-hush policy. I'll talk about the third mechanic we are trying to build here. Is that, for the play-to-earn economy, just like any economy out there, this here is my favorite little chart for my entire deck presentation. It's actually to describe how we're going to model our economy to form our backbone, so to speak. So, on a quick note, in the traditional gaming scene, you got the givers of an economy. That's how the new players turn into regulars, and from regulars they turn into whales, pro players, or content creators. These guys are the ones who are more willing to give to your economy. Now, the play-to-earn movement introduced a whole new segment of players, the earners, very strong driving forces and active traders. And yes, they are ultimate extractors of your economy. Now, in order to maintain a healthy balance for the economy, you need a healthy balance of earners and givers and takers of an economy. And that's where the gaming guilds come along. And for us, right now, our strategy is actually to target all the gaming guilds first as our early supporters. Can I mute this somehow? No, I can't. Sorry. Okay. Well, we target the gaming guilds because as early economy, as the starters, we actually think gaming guilds are great investors, early investors. They have the least incentive to sell our tokens. They will buy a lot of our NFT packs and use them. And in general, they have a lot of people from around the world. They are great user acquisition tools and machines. And yes, that's why we're going to find a lot of them to partner up with us in the early seed and pre-seed rounds. Now, yes, gaming guilds themselves are actually the ultimate maximization utility extractors themselves. So why are we inviting them all here? Well, we have a really intricate late game system introduced here by our Zodiacs. Zodiacs are, wow, this guy is not giving up. I'm going to mute him. Whoop. Goodbye.
Thank you, sir. I did it.
Well, I've not finished explaining. Could you let me finish a little bit? Sorry, I'm very fast. I'm so sorry for going over time, possibly. Well, not really. Okay, yes, let's go. So let me talk a little about the gaming guild structures and how we are going to solve the gaming guilds, the multiple gaming guild problem. Well, Aperion revolves around heavy alliance and guild content. Guild in Aperion is called Zodiacs. How you form a Zodiac in Aperion is by staking your stars. Now, what I have here is a basic representation of what Zodiac looks like in Aperion, and yes, it's classified under the 4 player classes as labeled by the Barrow's taxonomy of online players. So you got the star owners staking their stars to form the guilds, and you have the mass breeders or the players themselves populate these stars based on their specialties and knots. We have to specialize in Aperion because Aperion is actually a really complex game with multiple currencies and multiple NFTs to earn. In order to maximize your utility, you must specialize in the role that you are best at. So to the left here, you can see that the gladiators are actually the PvP experts, the star players, the pro players, and the best players of every guild. And they'll be fighting in arenas to earn governance tokens. Next, you got the next tier of pro players. These will be the PvE experts. They'll be fighting, competing in the dungeons to earn the Apostle Pets NFTs. These pets are extremely valuable for the combat part of play, and it will fetch a very decent price in the marketplace. To the right, we got the less hardcore players, the ones that like to focus more on the planet simulation side of the equation. We got the grinders and the farmers to the lower right. That's the speedrunners. Well, I'm that farmer, not to be derogatory, I'm a farmer myself. But yes, these guys will be playing very short planet cycles to really generate our play to earn tokens quickly. And to the upper right, you got the socializers, the chat boxes. These are the ones who dwell in guild chat or game chat all day. They like to take it slow. They like to enjoy their game. And we also have something unique for these guys. They actually have the wonders to create. Because in Aperion, in order to create the wonders, to create the volcanoes and the waterfalls and the pyramids, you actually have to play really, really long cycles. And once they pop, they will provide powerful passive bonuses for which both the PvP and PvE experts will sorely need. This here gaming guild will contribute and band together to form a Zodiac. And they will be taking on all the late game content offered in the mythology galaxies, and the rewards will be in the form of Ringularity, a very precious token. Now, the mythology galaxies will feature extremely heavy guild v guild combat and seasonal esports events. These guild v guild combats and seasonal esports events is going to be what's going to be driving periodic investments into the economy themselves. This is actually an old trick identified by a great guy from Dapper Labs, is from EVE Online, where most online games and free-to-play games, especially alliance-centric games with great strategy, all will season their greatest guild battles around a periodic cyclical nature, usually monthly to quarter, to really let the guilds in the games duke it out and invest their resources to claim the ultimate title. And that's what we're going to be doing with Aperion to fight deflation by, let me reiterate, the in-game specific token burning mechanisms, the innovative tri-token liquidity pool staking mechanism, and also our economic backbone of gaming guilds and GVG content. And I do hope that's going to solve much of the deflationary problems and at the same time bring an extremely big guild experiences for users of Aperion. There, I'm finally finished. Sorry about that. Let's move on to the next question.
So let me take a second. Asad Ali, please unmute yourself and ask a question.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Hi there. Please ask your question.
Okay, sir. My question is, what events are you organizing for the community at the moment to motivate users to get the project and attract more investors? How does the community help you build a better product and a bright future?
Wow, can you repeat that one more time? I'm sorry, I got half of that. Please, one more time, please.
Okay, sir. My question is, what events are you organizing for the community at the moment to motivate users to get to know the project and attract more investors? How does
Right.
the community help you build a better product and a bright future?
Okay. sorry for having you to repeat it. I actually English is also my second language, so I will need some time. But yes, a community part, community engagement. Well, this is the month of February, and that's where exactly we are trying to build our community engagement. So yes, we're beginning with 3 AMAs a week by me to spread awareness, and we're also doing weekly airdrops. It's a set of 12 apostles pets that is unique and collectible. And we're also doing 2 community events each week. One is organized by the community itself. They just had a great Pictionary night, which I missed last week, sadly. And then we're also doing weekly official community events every Saturday. We have trivias and meme contests to really get the community together. We just did a Marvel trivia just now before this AMA. And let's see what else are we doing. Oh, our ambassador program will be live in 2 weeks to help find individuals and KOLs who are willing to promote that run with us. And yeah, what else? We're still going to perform stuff. Oh yes. Oh, and we will be announcing yes, from Zombie Club and Gaming Guilds. Yes. Okay. Well, one of our early partners, our early advisors, is actually Zombie Club. Zombie Club is just coming out of shadow, just same as from Chinese New Year. Now, these guys are actually the gurus behind many Chinese major celebrity KOLs. And safe to say and proud to say that Aperion is actually one of the first zombies identified. And they will be helping us in influencer marketing. So we will have some Chinese celebrities behind our product, promoting Aperion from February to game launch. And we will also be coupled with major gaming guild partnerships that will be coming out these subsequent weeks. And hopefully that will give us enough voice and marketing awareness to begin with. We've also partnered with multiple marketing agencies to help us boost awareness and find influencers. And yes, it would be a great experience if you guys would like to join on and watch as our community grows. And ultimately, for the community and building part, okay, well, as starters, actually, we're inviting a lot of gaming guilds from around the world to help build the lore of Aperion with us. Because all the mythology galaxies in Aperion actually revolve around creation myths from different cultures around the world. Right now, we're inviting, well, not right now. Once the partnership is announced, we'll be inviting the gaming guilds from Southeast Asia to create the Southeast Asian mythology galaxy lores with us. The South American guilds will also be creating the South Latin America mythologies with us. That's the story creation part. But ultimately, for the product direction and for our DAO decisions, well, we will listen to the community closely. We will listen to the proposals regarding more on game balances and for story developments. But for that will be taken by a vote by the community. But as for the ultimate direction of the company, I ultimately would like to share that with individuals and entities that will hold the ultimate dream of the Aperion franchise in heart. So yes, that's where we're going to engage with the community, and well, that certainly answers that part of your question. Let's try and move on to the next.
Okay, so the third one is crypto player. Please unmute yourself and ask a question. Crypto player.
Hello, Frank. How are you? Hope you are
Hi,
fine.
hi. I'm okay. I'm okay. Still nervous.
Yeah. My question is here. Many games that involve blockchain are often not entertaining ego and end up being played only for money. Do you think Aperion is generally entertaining and could be played even if it were free? Is appealing ego to attract user? How do you not know much about NFT games?
Cool. Well, yes. This is a great question for me to actually show you guys how fun Aperion could be. And that's by forcing you guys to watch a trailer with me. Well, with a little voiceover by myself. So, in Aperion, what's different? What's fun? Well, first of all, these are the dudes. This is your planet. We'll be taking good care of them. And yeah, the graphics. This is actually done by our development build. And what you see here is what players are going to get at the end. This here is actually a little spoof on the original Black and White's intro. They too need you to help save a bunch of drowning people. Not just a drowning boy, sorry. Yes, that's the arrival of you, your spirit core. And yes, the spirit core is a PFP NFT, so in the future, in metaverse collaborations, this will very well be a kitty, a punk, an ape, or a zombie, or anything that we partner up with. Now, how you can play the game is by using the 4 basic elements in here. You'll see us using water to cast rain. Rain will grow trees, provide wood and food for your settlements and your dudes, so they can grow. And dudes themselves can be naughty and rowdy and totally random at times, and that's when you have to put them in line. Here you can combine the elements, fire and air, to form lightning, and really give it to them. Every miracle in Aperion have multiple applications. How you use them is up to you. Good or evil, they will still worship you and provide you with mana and power for you to grow. This is your settlement. If you take good care of it, you'll be able to upgrade your Eden, the central structure, and eventually unlock your avatar. Well, not eventually, it's actually rather early. Yes, that's the avatar with which you will take into battle. That's our first trailer. It features heavily on our simulation gameplay. And this part is certainly new to the blockchain, I hope. It's a god game. And for a little world premiere without sound. Sorry, I'm going to turn up sound here because actually we don't have sound yet. The sound here, how do I mute it? Let me quickly turn it off because our sound guy got COVID. And we do have sound here, but the sound is used from unlicensed material, so I can't show it on public. You guys will have to wait for share screen. Oh, did you guys hear sound just now? I didn't share system audio just now already. My bad. Please listen to the sound in the first video. But anyway, yes, the second video will have no sound, which is correct. Oh, I'm so sorry. But yeah, right now. I sure hope this does not have sound, because these sounds are actually borrowed places. I sure hope you only hear me talking right now. This is actually our battle trailer teaser, which is supposed to be out yesterday. But yeah, so I'm going to show you guys a little bit on how the battle part of Aperion works. So, you see the avatar and your apostles. The card-based combat. You'll be using the skill cards from your apostles and avatar. The avatar can actually be controlled by yourself, like an action battle game. The apostles cannot be controlled. They will target the enemies by themselves, but the skill they release is controlled by you. There's different classes out here for you to combine with your avatar class. Avatars do come with 3 different classes: a warrior, mage, or a commander. Yes, these are much smarter homages right there. And yeah, we are super and 9 geeks. So we got the anime super proof. I surely hope the sound is on for you guys. The sound will come next week. Yep. A little exaggerated, but yeah. That's that wrong. So, the graphics. Yep. Well, I sure hope these two trailers help answer your question of whether Aperion will be fun enough and interesting enough for the we're seeing double here. Will be fun enough for the blockchain community and the entire gaming industry as a whole. Yes, let's try and move on to the next question. Sorry for the fidgetiness. I tend to move a lot when I'm nervous.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Aperion is a great project.
Ramsha, are you there? Or have I muted myself? Let's see. I should not have been muted. Hi. Oops. Let me see. What's going on?
Yes.
Am I still live?
Hello, Mr. Frank.
Well, I've got to type something.
Hello.
Oh no, I must have bored my host with my lack of video voice content. What do I do here? Someone help with me? Return this part off first.
Hello, Mr. Frank.
Hello? Is the host still there? Oh.
Did you hear me?
Let's see now. Stop sharing and back. Well, now, looks like it's just me here. Do you guys want to take another look with sound?
Hello.
Sure. Let me show you guys another look with sound. Until Miss Ramsha is back with us, I hope. Or am I talking to myself here? Would be interesting.
Hello, Mr. Frank.
Let me actually try and ask my community members if they still see me live and can hear me well. If you're a part of the Aperion community, please respond to me.
Hello.
In Telegram or in Reddit or in not Reddit or in Discord. Hi, Discord fellow dudes. Can you tell me if I'm talking to myself or is it actually... Oh, you can hear me. Cool. It's just the host that's gone. I must have bored her.
Hello, Mr. Frank. Did you hear me?
Can't see you. Can hear me, but can't see me. Okay.
Hello.
Well, should I stay here and wait? Oh, Ramsha is here. I can't hear you, Ramsha. Oh, I know why.
Okay, now let's move toward the fourth question.
My sound is off. Okay, let's go.
So, Jawal, please unmute yourself and ask a question, please.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Alright, good. I just found being a big fool of myself by turning my sound off, and then yeah. But yes, let's go.
Sir, I have a question. Can I ask?
Yeah. Yes,
Hello.
please. Yes, please. Go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Sir, my question: trust and security should be the top priorities of every project. So, with how can we guarantee that we are all secured here and we can trust you? How can you prove that you will fulfill your promises and don't disappear years from now?
Oh, yeah. I love this question. Let me share my screen again. But honestly, wow. Can anyone really prove that they're going to stay just by using their notes and everything. Okay, so well, for starters, let me share my screen here. Just to talk about my team. So right now in our website, we may not be fully doxed, but for investors, we are. It's sort of a geopolitical problem that we try to avoid. But ultimately, when we upgrade our website, you guys will be able to see us. Sorry, Orange, I'm going to show you. And yes, we have all LinkedIn profiles, and you will be able to see us and our projects. And you'll be able to find us on our LinkedIn with all the employees' profiles and contents. And hey, we're the employees. Let's see. Unimakers. And well, I'll have to share that with someone else. But yes, ultimately, I want to say is that we'll be fully doxed, and we have two franchises. Our first franchise, Aperion World, is actually a mobile game. So yes, you can take a look at both our companies and their profiles. We're here to stay because we are trying to aim for the franchise element. So we will have physical real-world products, physical addresses. And if you look at our roadmaps, our team unlock tokens, you can see that we're actually in here for a rather long time. We don't intend to leave anytime soon. And back at this page. How do I find it? I'm such a noob. Where are the employees? Well, I'll provide a link later. Okay. At the end of the session. Yes, I'll provide a link at the end of the session to our companies on LinkedIn so everybody can check everyone out. But beware, many artists and designers and programmers are actually very lazy in updating their profiles. But yes, I hope the fully doxed part will help satisfy your part of the question. And our roadmap and our franchising angle and the fact that our team unlock token is at 6.666 years will give you some kind of faith. And you will always find me in the community lurking around and talk to me. And hopefully that will help change your view on our company if you think we're scammers or something, which I certainly hope we're not. That came out terribly wrong. Yes. Next question, please. My God, I need to practice more of this live AMA.
Fifth and the last question.
Yes, please.
Jenny Chemist, please unmute yourself and ask a question. Jenny Chemist.
That might be a bit again.
Jenny Chemist, please unmute yourself.
Am I alone again? Nope.
Yeah, I can listen to you. Can you listen to me? Am I audible?
Yes, Jenny Chemist, please ask your question.
Yeah, sure. I have a question that without having any working marketing and capital infusion, the project dies. Can you assure us that you have adequate marketing power and capital to push this project to the top project? And from where can I buy your token? Thank you.
Okay, thanks there. And well, our token is actually not launched yet. The first IDO should be in April, so hang in there. As for which CX or DX, we're still deciding. because I'm going to bring you to this seed funding, funding slide. So yes, putting this public is going to put pressure on my co-founders on me. Okay, yes. So we ended our pre-seed round last month at $3 million. We raised $3 million at a staggering $50 million FDV, indeed. And right now we're in pause because we want to build a strong community with more community members and and a strong community in general. How we're going to do that is by partnering up with our early partners, Zombie Club, for KOL marketing. And we're also be announcing our guild, gaming guild partnership announcements. So with the KOLs, with the celebrities, with the marketing agencies, with the gaming guild partnership announcements, pretty large gaming guild partnership announcements, I might add. And we'll have a strong community behind our back, and that's when we will approach a seed round in the middle of February. Yes, so when you look at our pre-seed deck and our investors, we don't have any big guilds here or big VC funds here because, that's my personal investment philosophy, is that I don't like to talk to the bigger funds, the bigger exchanges, and the launch pads when I don't have the chips in the deck right. With the gaming guilds, with the community, and with the celebrities, so I think I have enough leverage for me to talk to them and hopefully get a better deal compared to other projects. And yes, for funding side, since we already have 3 million, we're gunning for another 6.4. Out of the 6.4, I think we already got 1 million covered already, so we should have enough cash to cover for a good amount of time in the beginning. And ultimately, I want to draw one more point is that if you look at the price hikes between rounds, I'm actually trying to keep it very low. So if you're an investor who's looking for 5,000 or 3,000% projects, please, this is not the project for you. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to fight very hard to keep the hikes low because I don't really personally like the current hype model of DeFi and GameFi projects jumping 3,000 and 5,000% right off the bat. I think I'm just going to stay away from that because for giant projects like Aperion that we've spent so much time, so much sweat, blood, and tears over, we're going to do it right. We're going to do it proper and slow. Well, not slow, but proper. For the blockchain industry, for the gaming industry, we want to show the world that that it's not always about hype and inflation. That great games can here to be built and last and grow. So yeah, that's my last part of the presentation. I hope you guys don't mind me babbling here. But yes, certainly hope that answers that question. Any more questions?
No, sir, thank you.
Sever, your GIF is really annoying with this guy jumping on the bed. What's the problem?
Okay, so here is the end of our second segment.
Oh,
Thanks,
great.
Mr. Frank, for your valuable time for
Thank you.
Universal Crypto.
Oh, thank you, Universal
And
Crypto. It's
best
been a
wishes
great
for your
experience.
project.
Yes. Thank you. And
Best
thanks for
wishes for
bringing
your
my
project
live
and
AMA cherry.
Universal Crypto.
Yes.
And Universal
Sorry,
Crypto is always standing with you in this journey.
Before I leave, may I say one thing? Because I actually leave a little Easter egg for my community members after each of my AMA. And for this AMA, this is our 5th AMA. I'm going to tell this Easter egg to be our company in 2016 actually started in Shanghai in March of 2016. That's a little Easter egg. Remember it well because I will quiz you guys at the end of March. The rewards will be rewarding. So yes, that's it. I'll post some links so you guys, if any of you are interested, please follow us, join our community, have some fun. And yes, thank you guys. I know it's a long one, but thanks for sitting by. I
Okay,
sure hope
Mr.
to
Frank.
see you guys again soon. Thank you, Ramsha. I'll take my leave now.
Hello, Mr. Frank.
Oh, yes.
Please share your all important links here.
Oh, yes.
You can
Okay,
share
I will.
your all important links here.
Okay, I will share them in the chat right now, okay? And I'll definitely remember to throw in my company's LinkedIn. Haha, guys, you guys are gonna get exposed. But the links. Ooh, okay, cool. Cool. There we go. Into your community it goes. There we go. Posted some links. Be sure to check out the Medium articles written by Ben. Very interesting reads. And yeah, join our communities. So we're actually having weekly airdrops. And they're going to be super fun. Right? That's it. Am I talking to myself again? See?
Okay, Mr. Frank. Okay, take care.
Thank you, Ramsha.